What's up, WDG fam? We are God's idea, and the minds have to grasp that. We have to know that we are God's idea. Not ideas from a human perspective, but from God's perspective first. That is the original creation of the authentic us. And out of the authentic us, we have other ideas first off of his foundation. So today, in transforming your mind, we're going to know how to decipher God's idea. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Redesign Again Ministries. To watch the previous lessons on transforming your mind, go to the playlist section on my channel page. Okay, now the thing that I have done for all 7 classes comes from a text in the Bible, John 1:1. In the beginning, the Word was God. The Word was with God, and was and His Word was uh, God. So that's His mind thinking of an idea, and once He has an idea, His Word expresses it. Okay, so in Genesis 1:26, God was having a meaning with himself. God the Father, God the Son, and God the Holy Spirit. And he said, let us make man in our own image, in our likeness. Okay? The Holy Spirit, who is the hand of God, formed Adam out of the dust of the ground. He blew into his nostrils God's DNA, and he became a living soul. He had a structure. It was made of spirit, soul, or mind, and body. Okay, that was his original idea. But with Adam and Eve sin that corrupted that idea, Satan planted an idea in their mind that Adam and Eve don't need God because they were God themselves. And that's what we see today. One person thinks that they can do anything. They are not under nobody's authority but them. Okay? So in Genesis 3, we see Satan planting this idea in Eve by questioning God's idea. And when that question into her mind, this is maybe he's left something out, or maybe he's holding back on us. And they see that seed begins to think on her perspective. Genesis 3:6 says, Eve saw that the tree was good for food, the lunch of the flesh. And then she saw the tree to be placed to the eyes, the lust of the eyes. And then she thought that the tree could make her eyes the pride of life. So Satan was aiming to plant an idea of sin by questioning God's authority trusting what he said. Okay? So we must decipher God's idea. We have to know the authentic us. See, we are accountable us by now. We put together what we think we ought to be. But that's not God's original idea. God's original idea is His purpose, His intended purpose for each of us. And if we're not walking in His intended purpose, we won't be blessed. Yeah. So it transforms our minds. We transform our mind from a worldly mindset to a carnal mindset that we will follow His idea, His original idea about us. Okay? So I'm gonna give you three fundamentals to decipher the authentic you, God's idea. Okay? Number one, God is our source. God is our source and shield. He is the author of our salvation. Yeah. So everything that moves us, everything that we live by, is by Him, by His thoughts, by His perspective. Now we still have a perspective because that's how He made it. He made this body to be expression. He also made this body to take the information off the earth, off the world, and process the information to know what's what, to know how to feel, to know how to think, and to know how to have a desire. Okay? So God is our source. Once we bring that information in, we process it and we tell God, this is my I see. This is my I hear. I feel this. I desire this. What do you think? That God tells us his perspective, what he thinks, what he thinks we ought to feel, what he thinks we ought to do. But guess what? It's a choice. He tells you what he thinks, and what he thinks is value to us. Only if we accept it and choose to do what he says. That's what the word of God is. We advance in the word of God. We are choosing to do things his way instead of our way. Okay? So that's number one. Number two, God is our protection. Job 1, stating he was mad. He said, man, I can't do nothing to this dude because you got a protective hedge over him. That's right. God protect us. He has a hedge all around us. He will protect us from all hurt, harm, and danger. He will protect us from sicknesses, diseases. He will protect us from thievery. He will protect us from murderous intent. Okay? Now, since we live in a fallen world, and since we are born in sin, we have a proclivity to go outside of his protection. When you go outside his protection, the devil can beat us up. He can beat us up. But that's why his grace is sufficient. His divine assistance will grab you, like a shepherd with a sheep. He will guide you back to the fold where you can continue to walk in an upright manner. Okay, so my friends, although we may have caused conflict, even if you walking on the right path, following Christ, we are going to have some conflict, some struggles. But though we have hardships on every side, we will not be crushed when we are perplexed, confused, and frustrated. We will not be in despair, although we may be persecuted, we will never be forsaken. And when we are struck down by the devil, struck down by the enemy, struck down by people say, struck down by various things of this world, we will not be destroyed. See, we are God's idea. And if we seek Him, and if we put our hands in His hand, He is willing to reveal to us what His original idea about you and me is. And when He shows us His original idea, our perspective only sees what He sees. And we could go on this earth as His representative. Okay? So that's the number two. Number three, God is our provider. Whatever we need, brothers and sisters, God will supply it. Okay? He is the great I am. So if you need healing, I will be your healer. When you are sick, I will be your medicine. If I'm having problems with drinking, I can make you sober minded. Whatever weakness you have, I am your strength. Okay? Okay? So these things are the perspective matters we need to understand in our minds in order to see the authentic us. Okay? And we can also see the iconic us. And you go to the school of the eternal, and our Holy Spirit will show you the true you and the captivate you. So when the captivate you start acting up, He will teach you His word so you can act and react by your authentic self that represents Christ. Okay? Man, I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Please like and share with the family, friends, co-workers, and even the boys. Comment below because we want to hear from your perspective. We want to hear what you think. If you have any questions about this lesson today, you can email us at teacher1473 at nc.com. And then you can subscribe to our channel, We Designer God Ministries, and hit the little bell. Boom! So you will be notified of new videos. Man, I love you guys. God bless you, and I will see you the next time.